any such type of things, we require a Charter API. If you want to look at the Charter API, so look at the URL. So look at the URL. These are REST API services. This is a REST API services. If it is, you know URL, you can make a request and get the format here. Let me take an example. Look at the story. REST API, Charter API is nothing but a REST API. One thing is you need to go to the Charter documentation and make it. Now, are we going to make it? If you are going to make a Charter request from Salesforce to Salesforce, no need of going for any REST API service. If you are connected with a third-party system, if third-party system want to connect with your Charter API, then we require it. So Charter API is basically for what? Third-party systems to communicate with you, send your message. It's not we. We are going to be a service provider. Charter API in the Salesforce is going to be service provider. So we already given a service. Those people have to use the service and consume it. In case Salesforce to Salesforce, if you want to do, then it may require it. Otherwise, no. Basically, this is a given for the third party organizations. This is given for what? Third party organizations. So let me take a URL. Let me start this. I don't think I need any explanation on this. Looking at the code, you can understand. Let me copy paste the code first. As I told you, it's a no. Let us look at the service what we have. So look at the story. Now, looking at the code, you can understand what I was trying to do. Look at the story. Request, new request. Then what was that? Request dot set endpoint. What is the organization URL? We have AP15. Salesforce.com. Source. This is the URL what the Salesforce has provided. Go to the charter.com. Go to the Charter documentation. Find out the URL what we have. Like how you are done with the third-party systems. We went to their documentation, saw what is the endpoint URL, what is the authentication. Like that they have given the URL. Then request.set endpoint, request.set header. Now, if you want to connect with the Salesforce without authentication, you will not be provided. It is a must that you have to provide the authentication. So how do you provide the authentication? If you want to provide the authentication, request.set header, authorization, OR space plus access token. Because I am doing on the same org. If I am doing with a third party org, if I am doing with another Salesforce org, first I have to make a request to them using a code format or username, password format or credential format, get the access token, then pass the access token. In this case, the same org I am using. Because I am using the same org, I am passing user info dot get session ID. Then send the response. How are you going to get the response? P dot send request. If you send the request, you are going to get the response. Once you got the response, I am going to look at the story. String body equal. Now system dot debug. There is a story what I have. Right. So, any difficulty you are finding in this? Simple HTTP request. Simple HTTP request. Then go to this. Method does not exist. Public void get data. Not saved. Program not saved. Okay. Not saved because of this. Now go back. You got the corresponding message. Now let me give shorter message. Go back to this again. Execute. Done. You're finding a corresponding current URL, items is modified, actor, company name, testing, first name, Satish, is active in this community, true, last name, modified. So we are getting the corresponding based on the length is coming up. Okay. So what was that? We are able to receive 1 minute. Let me run again. Excuse the window. You can look at the story here. What is the length? 17,323. Okay. What I will do is, what is the status we received? Okay. Status code is 200. I will try to print this message in the VF page so that we can see the complete message. Get data. Go to the preview. You are able to see the request is going and the response is coming, but I just want to print it on the VF page. This is how we got the response. Then this response, we have your Amazon URLs. Okay, you have got your Amazon URLs. This is testing. Again, I gave one more example, one more post what I gave. This is charter testing. This charter testing. You're able to see this is charter testing. So what was that? Whatever the posts that are coming here, whatever the posts I made here, whatever the posts I made here, that you are able to see. Give HTTP. So in the charter, whatever the posts I made, you are able to see them. Right now. So what was the purpose of this? In case if somebody want to know what are the charter posts we made, what are the posts we made on our charter, all the posts what we made, if you want to retrieve it, this is the URL what we are using. How do you know it? Go to the documentation. Go to the charter REST API documentation, they gave the URL, I made a request and got the response. So charter API is also REST API service only. Let us say you want to post a message. If you want to post a message, like you want to post a charter post, charter item you want to post. Post message. I want to post a message. When you want to post a message, you want to post a message. Then what we require here? Then I need to create the body. Then, what is the format in which they are asking you to pass the body? Now, when they are asking you to pass the body, what is the format in which they are asking you to pass the body? Now, this is the format. Now, how do you know this is the format? Documentation. In the documentation, they are giving the format, just I am making it. They are expecting the message to be in the form of JSON, I am passing it. Cross-check, body, value is object. Then, I can post one message or multiple messages. I can post one message or multiple messages. This is the format what they have given. I am simply obeying the format what they have given and passing the message. Okay. Then how do you send a request? HTTP. Request. Then get the request at the endpoint URL. Then we have authorization. Request dot set header, because I am posting from the same arc. My current user arc session ID I am passing. The current user session ID I am passing. Request dot set header. You can see there is nothing new that you are able to you are finding here. Already we know how to make a HTTP data. What type of method is this? Body. What is the body I created? Right. Then content type, application JSON. Because they are expecting the data in the form of application JSON, we are setting content type equal to application JSON. Request dot set header. Then send the request. Response P dot send. Now look at this. Anything new you are finding from here? Anything new you are finding? Anything new you are finding here? Endpoint URL, header, method, body, endpoint URL, setter, Okay. Body, endpoint URL, header, body, method tag. Send a request, we are getting a response. Send a request, we are getting the response. Anything new you are finding in this context? Anything new you are finding in this context? Right, boss? Basic HTTP methodology, Charter API. If you want to, if third party people want to communicate with us, they want to post a message. They have a website. From the website, if they post a message, that message should be posted in Salesforce. If they, okay, share a file, it should be shared again. If they want to know what are the messages that are posted, they want to get it. So we want a third party website or third party system to communicate with the Salesforce Charter. Then we provide this documentation with them. How it is happening? To demonstrate, I am taking Salesforce to Salesforce. But practically what will happen? This will be communicated with third party. The Java people make a website, they make a website. Basically we are consumers, we are providers. Now how the providing will be done? To demonstrate that we are taking this example. Okay now. So here what I have, post message. Let us see the story. Now, go to the charter. This is charter testing. This is a REST API post. This is second message from REST. Right now. Is all clear? We are able to get the message here. Message 1, message 2 in the same. Right? So this is how we are getting. So we are posting the message. This is what Charter API is. We are using a REST API. Charter is a REST API service is given. Using the REST API service, we are able to post the message and get the message. We are able to post the message and get the message. Is that was clear for everyone? Is that was clear for everyone? Right, ma'am?
Satish, how about posting files?
Blob. Look at the STP file. If you want to post the body, okay, file, convert it to blob, pass the file. Now they are specified. Now if you want to pass anything, it is not my choice. Whatever the URL they are giving, you have to follow that URL. What is the structure they are giving, you have to follow the structure and give it. Now I am posting a message here. Do I have a choice to choose what is the format I need? Whatever the format they are giving, I am just obeying it. Got the story, boss? Followed? Someone who has asked.
Yeah.
Just, it is completely just their format, what they specified, which you have to obey. Now, how did I get the URL, get the other post? They have given the URL, they told this is how you have to make a request. Every example what we have done is the same story. Right now. So let us move on to the next one. Next example, I will tell you about the streaming API services. Now, what is a streaming API service? How it can be achieved? Let us take a quick example.
How about commands? Other than Charter, the commands also. Right?
Come again?
Commands.
See, I repeat my answer. There are 400 plus services available with Charter. For every service, there is a URL. We have to go through the Charter documentation, go through the URL and make it. How we have to make it, I have just shown. Okay. Now there are 400, just go through each and every service and make it. Second point, we are not going to, if you want to do from Salesforce, why are you doing a REST API service, boss? You log in, go to Charter and paste it. You get my point, Amma? Now, if you want to post a message in your organization, why you want to make a REST API service? Click on the Charter tab and post it. I told this is a service if third party people want to consume it. How it is happening, how that URL is working, to demonstrate, I have given 1 or 2 examples. Okay. Now this documentation should be shared with third party people. They will follow the documentation. For every service, they say, okay, there's a documentation, go through the documentation, make a request. Got my point or not?
So this documentation we can get in from the Salesforce?
Yeah.
The,
Chartered at the rate of, okay, chartered documentation, basic chartered documentation. Again, I repeat my answer, Ma. See, this is not we trying to use the Salesforce charter. Basically, if you want the third-party systems to communicate with us, we'll be using charter. Right, to get my point. If you want to use...
So this documentation will be shared.
Yeah. If they ask you, because you have to provide a documentation to them, okay, only particular service, because I don't want to share the complete. I don't want to share the complete one. Look at this. All these are the services. Now, whatever you want, get my history. This service. Put it, find out, is it a get method, is the URL. Right? Then you want to post somebody has asked me a file, post a comment, go to the comment. Now look at this. This is the URL. Then input should be in this format. Right now, they told input should be in this format, method should be post. Now this URL, put the data in this format, make a request, you'll get it. Right? Okay. But this we need to organize in a proper way and submit to the third party. Because we cannot submit entire charter API documentation, no. So what are the services you want that guy to access? The documentation will format and give it. So we'll tell them, this is the URL, this is the method, this is the format in which your body should be there. Automatically, you are not defining the service. These are predefined services. You are not defining the service. These are predefined services, which are already given to the Salesforce. Okay, now? I hope I am clear with that. Yes. But the only thing is, I want to let you know that it is also a REST API service. There is a reason of implementing this example. Now, if somebody, a third-party system, want to communicate with you, you have to tell them what type of service is this, right? You have to tell them whether it is a SOAP or REST or what type of service is this. There's a reason we execute it. Now, if you remember well, at the time of creating a custom object, you have object classification, which is a hello bulk API, hello streaming API. Do you remember that? Okay, that's where the streaming API concept we are going to discuss here. Okay, at the time of creating a custom object, object classifications are there. Hello bulk API, hello streaming API. Okay, these options are there. Now, what is the streaming API basically? Let me put first. I'll explain the purpose of it. Then I'll show the example. Then we'll see the questions. I have a table. Now, let us say recent World Cup. Now, multiple people from the ICICI Cricinfo website is there. ICICI Cricinfo website is there. Let me put it in the same store. Score. This is all we got. Now people watch, okay, opened. Now multiple people are opening the same. But different people may present this same data in different style. Different people may present the same data in different style. Somebody put my data along with complete team data. In some page they are getting my data, complete team data, and also other team data. So basically they are trying to use my data. Okay, whether they use only my data or they use other data along with my data, it's different. Basically, all these people opened. When they opened, Right now, match is going on. They opened. The multiple people have opened this. Multiple people have opened this website. Okay. Now, the page will be, now they will display my individual current running batsman score, or they will display complete team score. There are different pages which is having different presentation. Okay. But at the end of the game, all these pages are using my data. At the end of the game, all these pages are using my data. Okay. So I got the score. Now if I make a modification on the score, so what will happen? The score will automatically update, or I have to manually refresh. If the score changes here, pages has to automatically refresh. Should I refresh? No. System only has to refresh and show the screen. I should not refresh. The system has to refresh and automatically show the score. Now how the system is refreshing? Generally, if you take a VF page, if I enter the data, let us SQL query, you are getting a data. Now if any change happens in the database, if you want to see what should I do, I have to reload the page. Am I right? Let me give a quick example. Practically, we will not be using these things, but only as a part of topic we are covering it. Okay. Just know critically how it's implementing, so don't waste your buffer on it. I'll show the examples and everything, but just know the critical concept sufficient for you. Don't waste your buffer on it. This is my page boss. This is my page. Now, at the back end, I went to account object. I created a new record. Now go back. Is the record is coming here? I made a modification on the page. Now this page is using the data from the account. This page is using the data from the account, trying to display all the accounts. Already the page is open. I went to the backside of the database. I went to backend, modified the data. Somebody inserted a new record in the database. When somebody inserted the data in the database, is the modifications are reflected in the page? No. If you want the modification to be reflected, what I'm doing? I need to refresh the page. When I refresh the page, you are getting a message called today's stream. That means any changes happening on the backend database, any change happening on the data that is not reflected on the page directly, we need to manually refresh the page to see the changes that happened on the data, or to get the changes reflected on the data. Now I went to today's streaming, I deleted this record. I deleted this record. I was deleting this data. Okay. I deleted this data. Go back to the story. Is the data is deleted data is shown here? Is not shown here. The deleted data is not shown here. Now I have deleted integration 99 testing page. Now when I make a changes, they are not getting reflected. I was supposed to manually refresh. But I don't want this to happen. When the change happens on the data, automatically all the pages which are open, they should be refreshed. They should be automatically refreshed. The changes what the change data what I'm using, if my page is using any data, any change happens on the data, automatically page data should be refreshed. This part is called streaming API. This is not a Salesforce concept. It is generalized concept. It is used on all the web technologies. Streaming API is used in all the web technologies. Okay. That's what I'm trying to do. So if somebody modify automatically what happened? All these areas should be modified with 34. I should not refresh. I should not refresh. Automatically system has to refresh. Automatically system has to refresh and show this data. Is that was clear for everyone? Right? So this is called streaming API concept. Let me show you this. First let me show the example in Salesforce. Then I'll show the code for it. This is the page what I have. Right. So, lab streaming API, this example. Now, to demonstrate this example, I am logging into another browser. And logged in. The page is already open. The page is already open. I am not making any change on the page. I am going to echo. I was feeding it in. I didn't open the page. I just went to the database, modified the data. Now, go back to your page. What happened? This account is modified. Automatically the page got refreshed. Why the page got refreshed? I have not refreshed the page. Automatically when somebody modified the data in the table of account, automatically the content of the page is modified, refreshed by itself. It is okay, it's done with the help of streaming API. Now to do the streaming API, we need to go with the concept called push and subscribe method. What is the concept we have? Push and subscribe method. Just like your mobile, whenever I post message is coming, automatically get a notification. One WhatsApp message received, one you call received, you get a notification, right? Push and subscribe. The mobile is commonly used. In the mobiles and your charter, Facebooks, everything. In the Gmail. In the Gmail also when you open, when email comes, automatically it shows you that one more email came. Okay. There is a push and subscribe model. What is the model called? Push and subscribe model. Now, when you want to go with a push and subscribe model, first we need to understand. First we are supposed to create an object for the push. We are supposed to go for a push notification. What is the concept we have to do? Push topic. There is a object called push topic. First, give the name for the topic because people will subscribe it by using the topic. People will subscribe it by using the topic. Now, which data? When the changes happen on the data, you should be notified. Which data? On which data you are saying? So I write a query. Boss, whatever the data I am getting using this query, if the data changes. Now, whatever the data I am getting using this query, when I write this query, some data will come. If the data in the query changes, the data what I am fetching using this query, if it is changing, then notify me. Now, what type of changes you want to notify? Data changes means when I write a query, data is changing. What? A new record may be added, existing record may be deleted, or existing data may be modified. So what type of change? Now when I write a query, you are getting data. If this data is getting changed, notify. What type of change? What type of change? Now notify operation create, notify operation update, notify operation delete, notify operation undelete. On which data? Update it all. Which field? Every field updated or particular fields updated? Whatever the fields I use in the query, if those fields are modified, notify. Then insert the topic. I hope everybody is good. Right? So, name of the topic, then you need to give query, then the data in this query is modified by what? Create, update, delete, or undelete, notify. Which fields update you told? Which fields? Referred in the above. Okay. This is the push topic. Once the push is done, where to go? Once the push is done, where to go for? Downloading Comedy. Okay, don't do all this stuff. We have made a simplified Comet. Okay. Download the Comet because just they explained in terms of Java. We don't require the Java format. Okay. Now we require what? We need to go for the Comedy. So download the Comedy and subscribe. Download the Comedy and subscribe. So how the Comedy is downloaded? When you download the Comedy, let me give. So look at the story what I am giving. Whatever the example I have done, this is what I have done. Select ID, name from account, version, insert update, whatever the story. Okay, you have taken this. Once you have taken this, we need to understand how this can be done. So we know how to include the static resources. How do you include the static resources? How do you include the static resources? How do you include the static resource? No. Setup, build, develop, static resources, new static resources. My images. Choose the file. Whatever the zip file I have, I upload it. This is how we are uploading the static resource. Once you upload the static resource, in the VF page you are supposed to use it. How do you use it in the VF page? Apex, include, because they are images, right? So I can give Apex image value equal to. This is the pattern which I have to give. I have to give URL for, because they are zip file. because they are zip file, we have to give URL for dollar resource dot resource name, dollar resource dot resource name, comma slash my data slash within my data what I have, my data images dot png, my dot png. Path of the file. So URL for spelling mistake. URL for dollar resource dot resource name and remaining path. Image, okay, ICICI Bank. The second image, there is a maybe pattern is different. Let me check out. My Y is small. Right. So what I have done? This is in case if it is a zip file. If I am uploading a group of files, I have to zip them and upload. When you zip them and upload, how did you use it? URL for dollar resource dot resource name, comma, in that folder the path. Suppose if there is an individual file, static resource, if it is an individual file, now it is not a zip file, it is an individual file. It is not a zip file, it is an individual file. Let us see. Static resource, new resource, test, choose it, my data. If it is an individual file, how do you include it? Resource dot, there is no URL for, straight away dollar resource dot resource name. If there is only a single file, single element, if there is a single element, straight away resource dot resource name. Oops, what was the bug? Why you are getting this unknown component? If it is a single file, resource dot resource name. It is a group of files and we use a URL file. Let me give it. This is how we got it. If it is a single file, resource dot resource name. If it is a zip file, URL for resource dot resource name, comma, remaining path of the file. This is how we are going to do. Now, why we require this? Because when I am giving this, we need a streaming API. In the streaming API, we require a concept called format D. What is the file we require? Format D. We need to download the file. That's open. It is not only Salesforce, all the technologies files will be there. All the technology files will be there. JavaScript, PHP related, everything will be there. Out of that, we need to take whatever we require. Whatever I require, I need this. So, what we are supposed to do? Go to this, download the file. Comment D file. Is it tar.file we are getting? Okay. Once you download it, then in that extract the file, in that you will be finding this based on my path. I require the files. Cometd.js, jQuery 1.5, 1.1js. There will be a lot of files in that. The Cometd what we downloaded, there will be a lot of files in this. This format is not supported in my system. Not supported in my system. Okay. Whatever the file you want, you can just download. This is format is not opening in my system, but once you it's a zip file actually. Not the file. Okay. The decryptor you have to take it. Once the file is given for you, what you are supposed to do, then you will be finding this in the zip file. Get the cometd.js, jQuery 1.5, 1.js, json.js, jQuery comment.js. These are the files what we require. What you do? You copy those files, put in a folder. You copy those files, put in a folder, zip it. Or else you can upload those files like individual files. You can put them in a folder and upload to the VF page, or you can upload them as a single files. What are the files? Comment. In this example, they are uploaded like individual files. Okay, in the resource dot, Cometd resource, jQuery resource, like that individually they are uploaded. Then how do you call it? Include script, value $resource dot resource. Right now, this is how we are going to include it. This is clear for everyone? Okay. Then comes the actual story. Now, let me explain this. Then comes the actual story. They are divided into 3 segments. You have to understand it like 3 segments. One is how jQuery statements will start. Every jQuery statement will start with a dollar document dot this is how you write jQuery statement. Every jQuery will start with this. The jQuery, the first statement will start with a dollar document dot ready, because the streaming dot API is using JSON and jQuery. Okay. Now how the jQuery statements will be given? Dollar document dot ready function. Whatever the logic you want to write, that should be defined within this. Whatever the logic you want to write, that should be defined within this. Again I repeat. How you write it? Dollar document whatever the logic you want to write, you have to write within this. This is how we are going to write it. Now the story is, we need to, if you are making a request from the JavaScript, it is a asynchronous call. Am I right? Now, Ajax toolkit you have done. In the Ajax toolkit, are you able to connect to the database directly? No, right? We used to give exports dot connection dot such name. So any request that you are making from a JavaScript, it is a asynchronous call and it will not be connected directly. Any request you are making from the JavaScript, it is a asynchronous call, it will not be connected directly. What we are supposed to do is, we need to authenticate ourselves. Similarly, from the jQuery when you are doing, now by using a comment when you are doing, they are also saying, boss, you are trying to communicate from JavaScript. First specify what is the URL to which I have to connect. What is the ID of the user with which I want to log in. So here I have to give initialization. Here I have to give initialization. How the initialization will be done? Look at this. Now I'll make it as in the code what I am providing you, This is how I have done it. But because students are going to execute from different environments, it has code has to run. I made that URL as a dynamic. Otherwise, when you are executing, you will be executing from your system, so you can straight away give your Salesforce URL. But in my case, people are going to execute from different. Okay, from US, if they are executing, their URL will change. That's why I made this as a dynamic by giving what? Window dot location dot protocol HTTPS plus. Now somebody may have AP15, somebody may have NA14, somebody may have CS. Now I am not sure. That's why I gave window dot location dot host. Right? Because my program, different students are going to execute. For them, it has to run. So I made that URL as a dynamic. When you are writing directly, you can give HTTPS. You can straight away give HTTPS ap15.salesforce.com comment. Then request header. Where is your authentication data we are going to put in the header? Authorization equal to OAuth current user session ID. Authorization equal to OAuth current user session ID. So in the commit D initialization, we are going to specify the URL of the organization to which you want to connect, and with the whose session ID you want to connect. To which organization you want to connect, with the whose session ID you want to connect. Right. Now look at the init. Now look at the init method. If you have any queries on the init, let me know. If you have any query on the init method, let me know. Let me know if you have. Yeah.
Last line, witness.location.protocol. Can you explain that to me?
Come again.
Witness.location.protocol.
See, basically, this is how you are going to write a URL. This is how you will write. Okay. In my case, this program I am sharing with the students. Students who are opening from India, they have AP server name 15 or 14 or something. People are opening for US or UK, they may have NA server. Now the program should run for everyone. That's the reason I am not giving a fixed URL. I am taking the URL from the Salesforce org to which you logged in. For that I told window.location.protocol. It is HTTPS. Window.location.hostname. If you are logging from India, if your server is AP2, now look at this. I logged in. Now what is my Salesforce? Satish Bala, it is AP2 or actually. The org what I logged in. Look at this. What was this server instance? AP6. It's very old org. AP6. Now if you logged in, if you have created a trail code, you are getting on what? AP15 or AP16. Then this, if I give AP, if I write the code with AP6, it will not work for you. I want this code to run for every student. That's the reason instead of giving my URL, I took the URL from the browser. Now whatever the Salesforce account you logged in, that account server host name I am taking. How are you taking? Window.location.hostname. If you logged in, if your server is AP15, you will get ap15.salesforce.com. If your server is NA13, NA13, EU14, EU14. Is that was clear? Right? That's the reason I made it like this. Okay. The next one. After doing this, the second story is after saying subscribe. Which one I have to subscribe? Which one I have to subscribe? The topic which I pushed. We have already pushed a topic. The topic which I pushed, that I have to subscribe. So what should I do? Comment d subscribe salesforce.com/topic name. Salesforce.com/topic name. Because slash means what? Salesforce.com only. Topic name. What is the topic I inserted now? Lab topic 9 I told. So the topic name again. Now when I subscribe it, you are going to get a result. When I subscribe, you are going to get a result. With that result, what you want to do? Function message. That message I am printing in the HTML. Now how do you print it? If you want to print here, then we are going to give, using jQuery, if you want to print a message, $ID equal to dot append whatever the message you want. ഇവിടെ HTML element how do you print it? Dollar hash 1. Now if it is a HTML hash ID, if it is a Visual Force element, ID dollar equal to, not ID dollar equal to ID dollar equal to ID name dot append or dot click dot focus dot change. Right? What I told, whatever the message I got here, I am appending hash content dot append this message. So whenever the pull, when you subscribe, whenever change happens, we are getting the notification. Is the was clear? So basically, how many steps are involved? 2 steps. Initialization. Second step is subscribe. Initialize it. Second step is subscribe it. Right, Emma? Now, this is how we are going to run the streaming API. I'll post a copy of the notes in the chat and you can use it. So, the streaming API and Charter API notes I will first here. We'll go through it. Read them out. Okay. Then I will cover one declarative example for you. What is the declarative example? How to integrate? I think it's a different account, right? Okay. Okay. Right. Now let us move on to the next story. I want to integrate with, I will show one declarative integration, maybe Salesforce to Salesforce integration, how to integrate without writing a program. So first, setup, build, customize, Salesforce to Salesforce will be here. Salesforce to Salesforce. Enable Salesforce to Salesforce. We have enabled Salesforce to Salesforce connection. Right. Then, whatever the org to which you want to connect, go to the org. Somebody's account, any account is it? Just give me somebody's account. Account username. Okay. So what should I do? Set up. Customize. Salesforce to Salesforce. Enable it. So in the both the organization, we have to enable Salesforce to Salesforce. Then create a contact. Email. I create a contact. First enable the Salesforce to Salesforce, then I created a contact. The moment you enable a Salesforce to Salesforce, go to the applications, we have a, go to application, you will get a connections tab. You are getting a new tab called connections. Look at the connections tab. You get a new tab called connection. Look at that. Where is the tab? connections tab. When are you going to get the connection tab? When you enable Salesforce Salesforce. Go to this organization also. Here also enable the connections tab. Build. Up. Connections tab. We have connections data. Go through this. So in both the organization, enable Salesforce to Salesforce and enable connections tab. Enable Salesforce to Salesforce, enable connections tab. After enabling the connections tab, what you are supposed to do? Whoever is the source, who want to transfer the data, go to the organization, create a new connection. Choose the contact. Send invitation. The organization from where you want to send the data, in that organization, create a new connection by choosing the contact to whom you want to send. Now the contact you have chosen, whatever the email address I have given, they will receive a email. They will receive email. Once they receive email, click on the link. Then they will ask you to enter the username password of the organization. Who want to subscribe it? So I want this to be subscribed in integration 126. Yes, subscribe. Then we have a choice: accept, decline, decide. So the source has sent a connection. Consumer has received an email. When he clicked on the link, enter the consumer Salesforce or username password. So both the connections are established. So one has created a connection, sent a invitation, other has clicked on the link, logged into his organization, accepted the link. Now what do you want to share? Publish. What do you want to publish? I want to publish account data. I want to publish vehicle data. What is the data you want to publish? Account data, vehicle data. These are the two objects which I want to publish. When you want to publish this, which fields in the account you want to send? In account, a lot of fields will be there. Which data you want to send? Account name, active, industry, ownership. I selected some fields. In the vehicle, which fields you want to select? Select the objects. And tell what are the fields you want to transfer. Objects, what you want to share, and the fields which you want to share, select it. Then what did I do? I publish. Then the other organization, what they have to do? Subscribe it. Source will publish, target will subscribe. When I say subscribe, look at this, both the objects are visible here. Account is turned to account, vehicle is turned to, let us say, student. Now they publish and subscribe. Now, whatever the fields they have sent, in which object you want to save? In the account. They are sending a vehicle, I am storing to a student. In the account object, which fields? This is the fields which you are sending, store them to this field. Similarly, student, vehicle name is stored to student name. Right. Then go to the source, account, This is the record. Here, I have an option here. I created this record. After creating this record, go to the accounts, click on this. You are finding an option. What is this? Forward to. Select the records. Click on forward to. This data is shared with the organization. In this organization, wait for the files, accounts. What is it? Accounts from connections. Let's wait. The files are not yet received. Take some time. Let's wait for the files. In case of any validation rules are there, in case of any validation rules, any triggers, they throw error message. What happened? Capital Info, Ready Labs. You can accept the record, they'll be saved. Is that all clear? So Salesforce to Salesforce R, if you want to transfer the data, we can transfer straight away without writing any integration code. So what should I do? I have to go to Salesforce R, enable Salesforce to Salesforce in both the organization. Add the connection stack to the application. The source organization will create a contact with the email ID of the target organization, and they create a new connection, send an invitation. The target organization, they will receive the invitation, they will log in, accept the invitation. Source will publish the object, tell you which fields they want. Target will subscribe the object and tells you the field should be stored in which object, which fields. Right. So create the data. When you create the data, then we have. Now here there is no forward connection because I didn't send an invitation to anyone. I only received an invitation. When you send invitation, you will get forward to connection. Now here they are getting forward because this guy has sent the invitation to another organization. So they got the forward to connection. Select the data, click on forward to connection. Right, boss? Is that all clear? Right. So, any other query? Any other query? Okay.
Yes, Satish.
Yes, Amma.
Please briefly describe bulk API.
See, when you want to transfer the user
example of private channel.
I made it very clear in the beginning only. I cannot explain the Java code. I can tell the purpose of it. Now we need to give explanation of the Java and Eclipse and all this stuff. I told I can only give basic information about it. We cannot implement it. It requires basically a lot of installations and Java explanations. Okay. Now the purpose here is I can tell you the purpose of it. Basically, when you want to transfer large volumes of data, we can use bulk API procedure. Okay, but there are some prerequisites for that, setting up the environments and all this stuff. But it is also a REST API service. When you want to transfer the huge amount of data, bulk amount of data, we can use bulk API translation. But prior to that, we need to go with establish some Java-based knowledge is required to do this process. Okay, there's a reason in the beginning only I told. We cannot straight away do it. See, now the trial rate what you do, because it's already everything is set, you see output, you get points. But practically, it's a dummy. Right. So, but practically when you want to establish, there's some prerequisites. Okay. What I can do, I can record a video that I can share with that, but I cannot put it on the class. Now, I don't want to take a prerequisite.
Satish, please.
Yeah.
I shared on Chatter one example. Please explain the workbench. This is a simple task.
Okay. I told you, boss, I cannot take this point right now.